The vocal coach probably got everything he got out of the motherfucker.
Hey, he did kill that song though.
Hey, that song is amazing. Like, let's get that shit on record, okay? One Wish is a top 10 R&B song all time.
It is a great song.
Nigga, like easily.
Hey, look, he is a royal fuck up. But
Like,
he is a royal fuck up. He brought one blessing.
No mistake. One Wish is a top 10 R&B song all time, at least for our generation for sure.
Hey.
Welcome back to another episode of The Great Deliberators. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Imperator Rose.
It's your boy DK.
It's your boy Obing. What's up with it?
You started off hot 2 days in a row, and you just been.
Energy just kind of sucked up out of me right now.
My nigga mad because his hair don't look good.
That's exactly what
he got an appointment to go get his hair done just to sit in the crib after we get done with this.
Man.
Tell me I'm lying.
Getting done tonight.
Tell me I'm lying.
We just had a fucked up schedule. Thank you for waiting till the show started. I appreciate it.
I mean, the cameras are good, but they ain't that good, so maybe like leave it and see it anyway.
I'm looking like a goddamn
You know what I'm saying?
a beast right now.
If y'all hear something in the back, it's their roommate chasing dogs to try to get them in the cage. So pay no attention to that. Okay. All right, Vince, you up, man? Would you rather? Let's go.
I just told you.
You ain't going. Okay, all right, cool.
I couldn't find it.
Look,
I begged you not to pull out a weird one, nigga.
Huh? Oh, I'm not even gonna do it. Would you rather? But speaking of that, shout out to our 5 new subscribers we just gained this week, though. Y'all the realest, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for commenting on.
I wouldn't say the realest. The realest are the ones that's been with us in the beginning, but we do appreciate y'all coming on board.
Damn.
You know
I feel you, but I feel like
Listen. The 5 new subscribers, yes, y'all are the realest.
So what about the ones that been rocking with us in the beginning?
They're the realest ones too.
that's a valid point too.
They're the realest ones
So
too.
everybody the realest. Okay,
So
I can rock with that.
everybody's
No, not the ones that's not subscribing are not the realest.
Oh, okay. All right, well, to those 5 subscribers, I apologize. I
You know what I'm
take it
saying?
back.
Just shout y'all down. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just subscribe.
Yeah.
Ain't that
The
some
ones
shit?
Y'all just became
the
the
ones
realest.
that's watching and not subscribing, y'all cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You're actually not cool at all. You act pretty lame in my book.
No, you cool because there's some niggas that just not watching at all.
As you
No,
can
but
see,
if you steadily watching us and you not subscribing, you an asshole. Like hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell,
I'm
hit the
gonna agree
like
there.
button. Like
I'm agreeing.
I'll reserve the assholes for the niggas that's just like completely ignoring us.
But
well, they don't know about us.
But here's the question.
No, ignoring means they know.
Here's the $1 million question though.
Okay.
Are niggas watching us every week if they're not subscribed?
So pretty much subscribe.
That's the part of the equation.
And if you're not subscribing,
You's a fucking nut, nigga.
I don't know, nigga. That Lizzo shit might have turned them niggas off.
look, I apologize.
Hey, listen, that was an epic episode.
I was really going through a lot that day.
If y'all have time,
I ain't get to get it
go
together,
watch that episode.
But we are absolutely going to run the clip next week of the commercial so y'all can see why this thing.
I was going through a lot that day. I did not mean to go that ham.
You have to make it short.
You just thought the Eagles
wrap
lost.
the show. When we wrap the show and he takes his headphones off, dog, the look he gives me, bro. I said, I'm gonna just leave this nigga alone for the rest of the night.
You know what I'm saying? I might get mopped across the
I ain't gonna say nothing else.
It was a long day.
All right, man. So we finally dropped a short to YouTube. Hopefully you checked it out, liked it, subscribed, and shared it. With that being said, though, let's get through some of these comments, man. So it was one of our clips where we dropped talking about how like policing is the only profession in the world, you know what I'm saying, where you can fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There ain't really no real consequences for your action. So someone wrote, the word you're looking for isn't professional, it's negligent. A doctor becomes subject to losing their license or a lawsuit, not because they accidentally killed someone, is when they act with negligence or disregard for common practice and cause a death. The same thing should be the case with cops. They're supposed to be judged based off of the facts as they knew them at the time and whether their actions were negligent or outside of what would be considered acceptable common practice. For doctors and cops, they may both wind up doing things that cause a death, but were believed to be the right thing to do at the time. That's tragic, not criminal. So our response.
Hold on. They pretty much trying to say that what they did was not a criminal thing?
No. Just in general. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, we were speaking generally about cops, not the Tyree situation. Just
I would
in general.
not call that neglect though. Huh? I wouldn't call what those officers did like.
No. But he's not speaking about the Tyree situation. He's speaking about it in general. Because when the clip is basically in general talking about policing, not them, obviously the Tyree shit is not even in the mentioning of neglect.
Yeah.
But he's saying in general, when cops go out, saying they are operating off of what they know at the time. And if a death occurs, albeit whether you consider it justified or not, oftentimes he's saying it's neglect. It's not them being unprofessional. To that, I would say, my issue is
I disagree.
I disagree because of this. My issue is that if you are given a certain situation and we see that on the body cam, you show up and within 10 seconds or whenever you got there, shit happens, that's neglect. But when I watch you aggressively escalate manner.
Start the interaction the way that you started it.
You are being unprofessional, bro.
Yeah, you started it off unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not, you're not about to tell me neglect. Neglect didn't get you out of the car, go ask this person for their ID, start talking to them aggressively, then start trying to arrest them and put them in the back of the car.
Neglect is like the second or third officer who pulls up and just like doesn't
stop them.
Say something. Yeah. Like, hey, chill out or something. That's I might let you go for neglect on that. And that's like a thin line because it's like
very
my
thin.
nigga, if I'm beating the brakes off this nigga and stomping his fucking head out and I just let you, I'm really like actively an accomplice, my nigga. Yeah.
What gets me
but I would argue neglect in the situation. But when we even stated, you still got that peach fuzz on you. All right, but
you got.
Whenever we stated the whole situation, when you start off the conversations, get the fuck out the car, nigga. That right there, just.
I'm saying that's where like you're being unprofessional.
Started it off
unprofessionally.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, but
I'm saying because
I appreciate the comment, by the way.
Well, because the issue that we always run back to is I worked in retail for years.
Yeah,
been cussed out, threatened. You know what I'm saying? Talk to in the most disrespectful manners.
I wish I could just, I never really had no moments like that.
I did have a few moments.
I'm saying, like I could have been, I ain't never got too bad. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. There's some people out here that are fucking weird. But anyway, that ain't the point. Point here is I'm not allowed to get out of character. I'm not allowed to become unprofessional because somebody is being disrespectful to me. And oftentimes, that's one of the things they talk about, treat them with respect. Motherfucker, people are having bad days. People out here struggling with life. Some people don't know where the next fucking bill is coming from. I mean, where the next fucking meal is coming from. I explain this shit to new hires that I used to hire. Like, look, man, you got to understand that a lot of these people, blue collar workers, they woke up, they car ain't running right, and you the person that got to tell them that the alternator that they cost $250, and they only got $300 to their name. That person ain't gonna be happy. Don't take it personally. They're upset, but they're not upset as you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in which case, if I, as a normal retail manager, am aware of that, you mean to tell me that people who are professionally trained to deal with people in difficult situations aren't aware of how people are going to respond when, you know what I'm saying, you're being aggressive to them? I don't be trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Is there a professional way that you come at a civilian, even if they're in the wrong? Yes.
Yes.
And did they do that? No. And if they were to start off the conversation professionally, we probably had a whole different outcome.
Yeah.
Completely different outcome where somebody didn't have to lose their life.
Okay. And for one of our more ignorant comments, because we got to read these.
I love ignorant comments.
Love ignorant comments. This just says cops used to be professionals. Then people complained that women and minorities could not become cops. So they lowered all the standards, and this low level of policing is the result. Thank a leftist.
Well, you know, he got some like blue lights outside of his house right now.
Yeah, whole blue lives matter flag posted up in the garage. Here's the thing, man. Because my response to this was,
oh, you responded?
Yeah, I responded.
Yeah, you know this nigga responded.
Come on, dog.
You know this nigga.
I was on lunch. I got off the phone with Trish. I was like, hold on, baby, I got to get in here to go respond to this.
This is what he's doing it for. He wants to respond.
I ain't have good signal in the car. I had to get back inside to the Xfinity Wi-Fi so I can. AT&T ain't got no signal where the fuck I'm at. Anyway, no. So anyone who ever even remotely would say some goofy shit like that is just ignorant. But policing started as capturing slaves. Then it started off as just rounding up black people and, you know, saying throwing them in jail and accusing them of crimes that they really didn't commit. Also the assassination of many of our black leaders to what we have today. So in which case, I don't even remember a time where policing was ever even a professional like gig.
Nah, man.
I don't see how. I don't see how you even bring women into this situation.
Give me the era where that shit was professional.
police has been one fuck up after another, at least in this country, one fuck up after another, and it's just snowballed into what we have today.
It wasn't even fucked up in the beginning. It did what it was intended to do.
Yeah,
capture
it was.
slaves.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what? They might have been professional then. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay. During the time when they were required to capture slaves and bring them back to
They was
the
probably doing their job.
they probably was actually doing their job pretty well. You know what I'm saying? So in which case,
look, I don't even know why you even brought that kind of energy. At the end of the day, the whole situation with Tyree Nichols, it was unnecessary. Like, we don't have to defend it with maybe how the left are doing this or the right are doing that. It's just strictly like, look at what happened. These 5 officers, what they did.
If you're a sane, halfway decent person, there's no way you can look at the entirety of this Tyree Nichols situation
and think it has something to do with being a left or
just be not like floored by just complete disregard for human life, unprofessionalism, just nasty, evil.
Yeah.
Human shit. Like, nah, come on, man. There's no way. That kind of energy is just get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody should be crying out for their mom while legitimately getting pummeled to their death. Like,
no.
Get rid of them.
It's just unfortunate, man. But as you can see, people like that out there exist. I don't know. It might have been a 13-year-old too, like hiding behind, you know what I'm saying, like an Xbox gamer tag or some shit. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get into our next shit here. Y'all want to rotate into the Scorpion unit? Because I got an excerpt I want to read from that shit. We might as well just roll into that. All right, so this comes by way of Yahoo News. It says, and this is over the Scorpion unit take that they had on it. So I'm just going to read an excerpt from it so, you know what I'm saying, y'all can get an idea of what the Scorpion unit was like. It says, Mike Scholl, a defense lawyer who has had several clients arrested by the unit, said the problem was the officers' often heavy-handed tactics. Some of his clients said they were beaten and the perception that the Scorpions often seem to be looking for trouble. If they pull you over and nothing is happening, they'll create something, Scholl said. In encounter after encounter, Memphis residents said the Scorpions had a similar playbook. Officers would spot some minor infraction, jump out and begin asking questions and barking commands. Some said the officers offered no explanations about what they had done wrong, leading to confusions and sometimes disobedience. Some of those interviews said they tried to run away in part out of pure fear. I was terrified, really, because the way they pulled up. Wilborn said of his February 19th encounter with Scorpion officers. They could have been anybody. They didn't announce themselves or anything. They didn't turn any sirens on, any lights, or anything. Wilborn said he and his brother Romelio Hendricks, an aspiring rapper, were preparing to meet friends to shoot a music video, and they were getting their record equipment out of the Infinity when they were cornered by a line of charges. 2 officers jumped out, the brother said, demanding to know what they were doing at the apartment complex. Moments later, Wilborn said an officer threw him against the Infinity and more officers surrounded him. One mentioned smearing marijuana. When they searched the car, they found an ounce of marijuana and a loaded pistol, which Hendricks said was a legally obtained weapon. Legally obtained weapon he had brought for protection. People out here are crazy, try to steal your car. They know I go to work and probably have something, he said. Hendricks was arrested on the gun and drug charges. Wilborn received a citation for possession of a controlled substance. All charges against the brothers were eventually dropped, which they said most of their argument that they should have never been stopped. So don't this sound similar to what every police officers do? Don't we hear this across the country like time after time? You know what I'm saying? They find some minor infraction. They pull you over, find a reason to get inside of your car, you know what I'm saying? Or to find whatever they're trying to find. And, you know what I'm saying? It's similar to stop and frisk, right? You know what I'm saying? What was going on in New York?
Honestly, everything that you read, what I took from that is these officers are, this police department is going to get hit with a major lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. Major
lawsuit, because the thing is that you have history where you could have corrected a wrong and you just didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of content that has been coming out about some of these officers and certain things that they've been doing in their past, it doesn't make sense they got to a point where they were able to even pull this person over.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. I'm agree with that. But the reality is, like, they're not one-offs. Like, there's specialized units in so many cities across America
not
that do literally this same shit. Like, they weren't like the first ones.
Not to cut you off, but I don't know if it was the chief or whoever it is who started the Scorpion unit, they had already came from like Miami or some other bigwig city and had ran a similar like unit or whatever and got the exact same fucking problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it happens. It's a constant thing. Like if it's like even slightly like a metropolitan type of area.
Yeah.
Oh man, listen, they go straight for these units. Like it's almost like, hey, look, y'all don't have no rules. Just do your thing. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all come up with arrest, valid, you know what I'm saying? Like righteous busts.
Yeah.
We'll leave you the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Till you fuck up, we'll leave you the fuck alone. But when you fuck up, guess what? You know what I'm saying? This is what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got no sympathy though. I have no fucking sympathy for these niggas. Like,
no.
You know what these motherfuckers did? Like, nah. Like, listen, if I'm a cop, right? So whatever like life would have took me, and I would have ended up on as a police officer, and I would have ended up on a Scorpion unit, my nigga. Like, there's no fucking way. There's no possible way I could have allowed myself to be part of something like that. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. This is just human decency, man. Like, at the end of the day, if you are a self-aware person, you know if you have the upper hand on someone. And you try to do your best to not to either one, like flex or just like disenfranchise them because of your upper hand. Like whether maybe because you're a boss, maybe because you're older, maybe because you're bigger and they're smaller. Like it's like you have so many dynamics where you might have the upper hand on someone else. Maybe you're like the uncle to your nephew. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't gonna handle them any kind of way because you can.
Yeah.
I feel you, but I think that this speaks to something that's even more on a broader topic when we talk about how, if you really think about it, the way in which they act is like one of the worst ways you would act if you really pulling up on hard body criminals, dog. Yeah. If you really,
I explained this the first time, like you got disregard to your safety.
Yeah, you just hop out of my car and just start barking shit, nigga. You might be trying to rob me, nigga. Like you lucky, like I don't like put you in the dirt, nigga. Like
the crazy thing is that's how they'll justify. That's why they do it. Oh, it's because of the hard body criminals that we gotta act like this and do like this and
but them niggas
type of energy or whatever.
But like if we were really talking about like niggas who really like on that energy all the time anyway, right? Like and they don't give a fuck,
man.
Like.
3-4 of y'all could have died that day, nigga. Without question. No, 3 or 4 of y'all could have died that day.
A couple iced out niggas from Florida pull up on them. You know what I'm saying? Guess what's happening? Like, nigga, with not even rolling the window down, they pulling the shotgun out and bam.
Bro, I'm not going to jail.
Come on, man.
Fuck you doing getting up out of your car, bro. Like,
see, the thing is, they know who to do it to, bro.
They definitely know.
That's the point.
Which is even more of the problem because you're doing it to people you know you don't have no business doing it to. Mm-hmm. That's to be real with you. I hope that they bury this police department, bury them, like cripple them financially. I don't, bro. I don't think it happened. At this point, I do not give a fuck. I hope that family tries to milk them for every single possible cent they can, because the only way to make change, sadly, in America, is to hit the pockets.
Well, the thing is
that's the only way.
Well, see, the thing that you're talking about though is police departments are funded by taxpaying dollars.
I understand.
It's an unlimited amount of money, bro. Like
I wouldn't say it's unlimited. Huh? I wouldn't say it's unlimited because
they have billions of dollars.
I mean, look. Listen. He is right. It's unlimited, but I do feel like there's a point where you hit them hard enough, and then it's like, okay, hold on.
You know why? Because
you guys are paying attention.
Mayors might you know what I'm saying, may not get reelected. Governors may not, get reelected. Yeah. Things of that nature. So it's going to start hitting, if we have to start spending or allocating 30 million, 50 million, 150 million to families over wrongful death suits, at that point, if you don't create change in police departments, then they're just going to start changing the politicians. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I guess my question is and this is the unfortunate part, but are enough people dying and getting enough wrongful death suits to cripple them in that manner?
The only other way that I see that change will happen is that if something like this happens into an affluent individual. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? An affluent child. No. When I say affluent, I'm talking about...
It's unfortunate, but it matters.
I'm talking about somebody who will create headlines. This will be on,
The problem is the nature of the beast is it's not going to happen to... It's not an affluent individual. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not targeting, even if he was black or brown, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not targeting, that's not their demographic. I feel like the only way we can really grab like a hold of this though, and it's not like something that I feel like it's going to happen overnight or in a couple of years or whatever, but it definitely has to start on like policing from like a federal level, dog. Like, and I don't mean like federal police. I just mean,
you gotta be careful.
We have to have some type of like regulation across the board for all police departments, dog. There's no reason why a police officer can come into work and walk out that police station with his gun and everything, and his fucking camera don't work.
The reason why you got to be careful trying to expand federal government into the policing is that all it takes is for the wrong, president, the wrong amount of judges in the Supreme Court, the wrong amount of number of senators, that laws or things like that can now be passed.
Listen, I agree.
So when you do it down to a local level, it allows the people to be able to have more of a say.
But listen, if you do it locally, then you always gonna have oppression.
But I hear you. But like the problem is now you open it to much more people having a hand in it though. See, at the local level, like you can now hold people accountable. I can like walk into like the mayor's office.
You can hold people accountable right now.
I'll give you an example.
Killing niggas
hold on.
daily.
I'll give you an example. What just happened right now in Memphis is that it was the local prosecutors, things of that nature, who expedited this process.
Yeah.
Right? If you to put this on a federal level, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a lot more bureaucracy.
Take weeks.
There's going to be a lot more red tape, just bullshit that's going to go on. You may not even get the video the way you want to because they're going to say it's classified information.
But see, you get what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
But listen, but again, that's where you go when you're making laws and you signing bills. All of that language that's supposed to go into the text of the fucking law. I'm gonna give you a perfect example, dog. We just went through how many generations where abortion was like literally something we didn't even think about.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a right.
Yeah.
And then overnight they took that shit. Like after how many fucking years? Dog,
they didn't really take it, and that's the thing. What they did was they put it down back to the states. So the states control what goes on.
Okay, so again, you bolstering my whole fucking point. Anybody could have got a fucking abortion before. Yes. Now there are people who literally cannot get an abortion.
That's not true.
It is true. What are you talking about?
Hold on, man. If you live in a,
don't speak on things if you do not have all the information.
Hold on, man. If you live in a state that does not allow abortion, you just need to get transportation to a state that does allow.
Okay, so do you think everybody has money to leave their fucking state?
That's a whole different subject. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm not even going to get into like my personal politics or whatever. I'm just telling you that abortion is not abolished. You got to be very careful. I never said it. The word abolish never came out of my mouth.
They got rid of it.
Yeah, they got rid of it. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Abortion still exists.
Everybody does not have access to an abortion.
I got you. I feel you.
Okay, that's fine. I'm saying it's not as easy of access, but you do have access to abortion in the United States of America.
Yeah. Here, okay. Just to bring it back, the issue with me personally is the federal government isn't good at shit. I don't know why we would want to
trust them to figure the shit out.
Yeah, they're not good at anything.
The reason
I don't know why we would allow.
The reason why I'm saying that, there's ABCs to like literally how easy this shit, how simple certain shit should be when it comes to policing, bro. There's no fucking reason. There's no reason why somebody who has multiple accounts of police brutality or excessive force unwarranted should be able to go get hired at another police department or stay on with a police department. No, dog. Like it should be. Hey, listen. If you're caught down bad 2-3 fucking times, you're out of there. Matter of fact, you can't even own a fucking gun.
I can't trust the government just off the subject that we talked about before about pretty much abortions. They can't even figure that shit out. I cannot allow them to now figure out policing towards minority communities.
Hold on, wait, talking about.
I wouldn't trust them to do that shit.
I wouldn't either, but I will say that there is a scenario here where a national registry could be made for police officers ran by the federal government that they hold in order for you to be a licensed a police officer.
It should be a license.
So I'm saying like,
of that nature.
Like where you hit with like 3 strikes, okay, you can no longer be a police officer ever again. Only in like that scenario do I feel like this is even a conversation, because outside of that, I just don't see any like we talked about it before. Like it's people who hold these guys in the highest regard of any profession in the world, right? They believe that these people are heroes. It's no way you get majority of the country to vote for that.
There's no way you're gonna shake me off the stance that a federal law requiring police officers to have body cameras before they go out into the field is just like a bad idea. I mean, even if the law only stood its ground for 50 fucking years, I feel like that's a plus compared to what we're living today.
But I mean, it's not like the cameras don't work now.
Here's the problem.
We got camera footage now.
It's not, but listen, it's every police officer. Dog, the only reason we even have this footage is because of the one officer who wasn't on the Scorpion unit.
I wouldn't even say that's the reason why we got the footage. We got the footage off of that dude running away from the officers and finding himself in a location where there was a street.
I'm saying if he doesn't run to a street camera, these niggas get away with this shit.
So you're saying, look, okay, I got you.
But see, here's the thing though. If you introduce the federal government to start trying to regulate certain things, that door does not open just one way. You're gonna start seeing lawmakers trying to implement shit. You get what I'm saying? To protect the blue. It is now going to become a political thing.
No, what do you like? You think that's any different than what we dealing with now? I'm not qualified immunity. What are you talking about? They protect these niggas already.
Okay, but again,
you're furthering the point though of like
listen. The people need fucking protection, my nigga. The people need protection.
Here again, like the problem here is just that you have a situation where the vast majority, again, of people, like you talking even leftists, even like Democrats, the vast majority of people believe these guys are heroes. The thing that you're talking about can still be manipulated. If you're on a call, right, you get a call, shots fired, right? Like cops aren't going to make sure their camera's working before they get out of the car, right? So a cop can easily just be all like, well, I didn't check my camera. Like, I heard shots fired. I went to go see what's happening.
They will find a loophole.
There's only really one solution to the problem, right? And I don't even know if it's remotely possible. The issue is just that if we start holding these guys accountable for being professional, which means if you were called to a situation, I don't care how it goes, any of that shit, right? If your life was never put in immediate danger, regardless of the way that you felt, because as a civilian, I don't get to feel like my life is in danger unless it's actually in fucking danger.
And you have to go into the job with the inherent understanding that there are crazy people out there. So if you do not want to do this job, don't do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's inherent danger in this job, in this position.
I hear you, but my point to this is just that if you get called to some shit and you got to arrest somebody, right? And you determine that person is supposed to be arrested. If you wind up taking that life, irregardless of what happened, where a gun or something wasn't produced to take your life, you have fucked up. Your job was to arrest them. You know what I'm saying? Your job was not to be in fear of your life. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like if we start holding them to that standard, then we can get somewhere. Like as far as like pushing laws and all of that, they're just going to be manipulated, bro, in some form or fashion. Guarantee.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, dog, is good luck trying to hold them to that fucking standard. This is something that's been going on for a long fucking time.
Yeah, I'm saying my thing has always been, that's the reason why I say we got to look at them professionally, because the reality is if you are called to investigate somebody sleeping in their car, if you wind up killing them, it doesn't matter what transpired in between there. It don't matter if he ran away. He never shot back at you. You never actually saw a weapon. No, none of that shit. You thought you saw a weapon and it was an iPhone?
It doesn't matter.
Fuck it.
But they know how to manipulate that shit to make it that it does matter. You went for my gun.
I'm gonna be honest. I think this should be what you just said before, like pretty much a license. And you being an officer, you have a license to go
making a national registry. That is the federal government getting involved.
That part of it, but I'm saying
that is the federal government getting involved.
I'm not even gonna go that far. For instance, nurses have licenses, right? So
that's federally regulated. What are you talking about?
Okay, but again, it's aspects of it where the federal government is. That's why I'm saying, like, it's a scenario here where the federal government can actually be in place to do some good. But as far as licensing goes, cool. But outside of that, I don't know if I want.
But if you're gonna license someone, guess what giving someone a license means? It means that you have met the requirements and that you're gonna follow rules and these regulations. And then if you don't, you're subject to punishment by law.
No, I get you. So I'm saying all of that makes sense. But I'm saying when we talk about where we want them to start putting down laws and saying certain things, then we allow for the scope of people from other locations. Because what happens when we have now? Because what happens now when we have a Republican majority in presidency, House, and Senate, like now, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit can get changed and shit may not be in our favor, dog. Like, so you got to be careful with the lingo you use and how you want it to be done. Because it can get ugly real quick.
When you get in the political realm, a lot of shit is not common sense.
Listen. I understand everything you're saying, dog. But if we to subscribe to like your way of thinking, well then just fuck it. Let's keep doing what we do until we figure something. No, like you can't be scared because it's murky or whatever the fuck. No, nigga, like that's how they beat us. Nigga, we gotta go get in that same fucking ring and try to and beat them.
Yeah, I'm just
simple. And I'm not even on no like fuck police or none of that. Like I 100% understand that, you know, if you just like get rid of fucking police, nigga, this is like all out fucking mayhem.
Anarchy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I get that.
Come on, man. We ain't ignorant over here, dog.
Yeah, so I understand that. Yeah. I'm not even like on nothing even close to that. What I'm saying is, dog, like, nigga, there has to be like real accountability, my nigga. When you give a nurse a fucking license that's federally regulated, guess what? That is her accountability. If she fucks up, my nigga,
yeah, she's
punished. She will be punished by the fucking law.
Okay, I got you, man. I'm just saying, like, let's meet somewhere in the middle, though. I don't want them just writing laws and shit, right? Like, let's find some way.
If you start licensing police, my nigga, like you do, doctors and nurses and lawyers and shit, that's the realm we in.
Okay, all right, well, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You know, it's just when I hear federal, I think
I get scared. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I understand, bro.
I just get scared.
I understand, but you can't let fear
cruising them.
You can't let fear you can't let fear curve you out, dog. Like you, nigga,
I got you.
That's where they fight us. That's where they fuck. That's where they be fucking us up at.
I feel you.
Personally, I think that the easy fix is just we need to start putting ourselves in better positions.
What?
As a people, we need to put ourselves in better positions. I think that if we try to say that regulation and shit like that are just gonna fix it, I disagree.
What do you mean, like better? Like what could have Tyree done to put himself in a better position?
I'm not saying Tyree as a whole. I'm just saying like black people, like black communities. We need to start putting ourselves in better positions to where we don't need to necessarily have to hopefully have such encounters with police officers. What that may be like, I do not know. But
hold on, but when you have scorpion units that literally like target your fucking community, what position can you put yourself in so that you don't have that encounter? I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Something like the scorpion unit, hopefully we should hopefully have a position where we don't even have that situation to exist, right? If we can have black leaders or somewhere we can have a voice to say like, nah, this encounter with the scorpion unit occurred, we need to dismantle that. The scorpion unit should not be going on for almost 2 years now. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
But there was people that were literally speaking out against listen. This is in every fucking big city, or not even big city, just any kind of metropolis.
I'm agreeing with
They have units that literally target black and brown communities, low income housing. Like that's what they fuck. Even if it's not even a scorpion unit or like a targeted unit, we have police that literally this is where they go here and they fuck with people.
Yeah,
it's a program. It's a program. It's not something you can like put yourself in a better position. They literally do it to keep they foot on your neck. There's nothing you can do.
I got you.
That's why I'm saying you have to fight them on the same level that they fighting you at, dog. You can't if you want to say local and shit, dog. It's too fucking difficult because you two blocks away, everything changes. Another 2 blocks, everything changes. Dog, we have to have some type of systematic type of regulation so that police can't just be fucking running around here like they fucking Rambo.
When I hear of like implementing more federal government into the situation, whether it's laws or regulation, whatever the case may be, I just have a fear that there's going to be more scorpion units out there. There's going to be more. They're going to try to like.
Dog, draw the line from where you feel like more federal government. You just said licensing. If you give someone a license, you have a whole fucking list of what they have to meet for them to be licensed, and to stay so they can have that license, they have to do a whole bunch of fucking things while they're working, and then on top of that, they have to renew the license, right? So that means when they come up there, anything that has changed, they have to be informed about. So explain to me, draw the line from licensing a police officer to more Scorpion units. To me, it's common sense, dog. It's common sense. There are certain things that police should have that should be done before they can go out and police our communities, dog. When we just let them run free like fucking Rambo and shit, this is the type of shit you get.
I hear you, but the thing is just that it's the people in charge who are allowing them to run free. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put it this way: the way you're saying it, I swear to God, I agree with it. I'm just in fear that once you open up that door, right, of like, okay, regulation and this and that, this is what it needs to be like, they're going to find a way or a loophole or something on the other side that's going to make it easier, give cops more access to do certain things. But I do agree with you. I think that all officers should have a body cam that should be recorded at all times while they're on duty, whether, you know what I'm saying, if you, once you leave the police department, if you're having lunch at a Taco Bell, it needs to be on cam. You get what I'm saying? So that means if you're having a conversation with your wife or whatever the case is, you can mute that, but you need to be on full record mode throughout the whole entire time, uninterrupted. It does not need to be something that we're skeptical.
I mean, the reality of it, dog, is, nigga, like, yeah, we can mute it or whatever, but they should. If you're wearing a fucking police. Let me finish. I think police officers, they should record that shit.
I think police officers should not be allowed to go out on everyday, you know what I'm saying, just service with firearms that they have access to. Whether you have firearms that are in the vehicle, so if you get called out to a particular thing, shots fired or whatever the case may be, that now somebody at the headquarters at the hub, you know, releases your weapon from the vehicle, which gives you access to it. I think they do that in certain European countries. I'm all for that idea. I don't think officers just need to have certain, you know what I'm saying,
hang on every time they pull up on them.
This all this like sneaky shit that has been like adopted over like the last few like decades. Dog, that shit's for the birds. You should not be having unmarked cars, 100% plainclothes policemen wearing fucking dookie chains with Timbs and smoking it out the fucking window of the car so you don't know who the fuck. No, like, to me, dog, that shit, dog, police is police, bro. Wear your fucking uniform. Yeah. Have that shit marked appropriately, my nigga, so that we know who the fuck you is, my nigga. Yeah. Like, we not living in no fucking police state, my nigga, where you want to like fucking trick someone into doing some stupid shit.
Technically we are. I mean, like that.
But I'm saying we shouldn't be.
Yeah, we shouldn't be. I get you. Here's my thing though. So we can get past this, because again, in this entire conversation, we're speaking optimistically. My issue is I hear you, Vince. But again, there's always the term that the federal government has always been known historically to overreach, man. And I'm not.
They really are.
I'm good with the most basic levels
and with this kind of a topic.
I'm saying, bro, like,
look, with police.
Hold on. No, hear me. Hold on, because I'm gonna make a great example here, dog. Again, they just hired what was it, like 10,000 IRS agents? How many was it? It was like a recalculous amount of number of IRS agents. Yeah. Okay.
Over 10,000.
So again, right, they're supposed to be going after scammers and people dodging money and shit. Again, in years' time, we will see that eventually they'll start going after the middle class, because when all of these scammers or whatever. Exactly.
I get it.
So again, right, like, it's the overreach. Just like now, they're talking about, like, if you receive more than $600 to your Cash App, you know, so you now got to report that to the IRS. It's always something else, man. And so my issue is if we're speaking licensing and rules and shit like that, cool. But if we started talking about where, like, they regulate policing, nah, I ain't trying to hear that. None of that. None of it.
I swear to God, if it's like getting licensed like as a nurse,
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
I'm just whatever, and you have to go through certain, you know, courses and this and that. I swear to you, I'm with it. If it's creating a registry,
that's regulation though.
If it's creating a registry, but if we're implementing laws, once we start talking about
licensing is a law, like that's what you're confusing. You're acting like the two. They're not one and the same.
Licensing is a set of standards, bro. The laws already exist.
No. If you start licensing police officers, there's going to be...
but it's not a law. It's a standard. It's a set standard of what you need to do in order to keep your license.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be very explicit. Like, if you don't follow these standards, then you can be punished by law.
I hear you,
yeah,
but it's only so long before they just start setting standards to actually starting to manage how policing is occurring in America, and then from there they start really fucking shit up.
To be real with you, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel my biggest fear is that once you start that, we're gonna start having federal policing.
They don't know how to take shit an inch. They can only know a mile.
It's legitimately going to be like now just a U.S. police department.
Nigga,
you know what I'm saying? And
that's the worst case scenario.
And now you're really talking about getting under like a police.
Nobody took a complaint
because it's not going to be okay. I can run from Texas to Illinois, to like anywhere, California, because their policing is different over there.
Yeah.
And the encounters, whatever the case may be, they're going to make this shit completely uniform, and that's the fear that I have.
FBI kicking your door and beat your ass. Who you going to complain to?
Saying,
you can't complain to nobody.
What you just described, dog, is someone who has a little bit of money who can do that. Like, what about the people that are stuck where the fuck they at, my nigga?
I hear you, but
the police department is literally keeping their foot on their neck.
No, we know that anything federally takes forever, and I'm telling you that if the federal government is in charge of policing,
that's cool.
That is the ultimate nightmare, nigga.
So you scared? Okay, cool. All right. So
absolutely.
Okay. So look. So listen.
Yes.
Because you scared, does that mean you don't like?
I'm saying
take a bite out of it.
At its current level, we actually can hold niggas accountable. They have been mayors and chiefs of police who have been ousted because like you can get in the street and get these niggas out the door the next day.
We holding motherfuckers accountable.
At federal level, there's no way.
After they kill niggas every fucking day. All right, you're right.
But I'm saying at the federal level, like there's no solution to that shit when niggas start wilding out.
Mind you, you have a whole like split division in the federal government right now who feels like policing is great. You know what I'm saying? So even when you talk about regulation, I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people out there who wearing blue patches who feel like policing is great.
All right,
they're not even for the
same way. Then just keep fighting for locally.
I'm a pessimist at heart. No, not really, but I don't think it's a solution. I'm just gonna be honest with you. As long as
if there ain't no solution,
because again,
what's
right,
the point?
At the federal level, it's the people with money who get to lobby, right?
Man.
I'm just saying, it's people at the federal level, like they get to lobby, they get to change laws and shit. At that level, niggas with money is all that matter.
Does
the
FBI be fucking up right now?
Huh? Fucking right.
Fucking up? Okay.
I'm saying the ATF got white folks out here terrified, man. What the fuck?
Hey, who are the all them kids down there near the border that they had locked up and all that?
Oh yeah,
the Dreamers. What?
Yeah, the Dreamers.
Yeah.
All right, so listen.
Federal government.
There's no solution.
And they
Regulations suck. Federal government overreaches. We're scared.
We even have cameras.
Let's leave it. Listen.
I'm saying in the most optimistic scenario, we would actually believe that the federal government would hold these niggas accountable.
Listen,
I just don't think they would.
Listen. Licensing and all that shit, nigga. Let's throw that shit out the window. If you believe that the federal government can help with policing, use a fucking nut. So yeah, it's over. It's no solutions. I get it. I'm with you. Listen. You have made me a believer.
I'm just saying. Okay, so hear me out here.
I'm a believer.
No. Because
you're overdoing it. You're overdoing it with the sarcasm.
No. Because I want to answer this question. How is your solution any better than holding the people accountable that's already in office?
Dog.
That's already at the state and local level.
I've just said this, dog. Like, you're right.
Huh? No, because you're being sarcastic.
I think he's realizing that it's just not possible.
Like I'm saying, it's just all of this is just optimism.
I'm telling you what I'm realizing.
That's really
I'm
what it
realizing
is.
it's just like there's no point to this. Like, and the thing is, it's not even like it's about y'all. Is that y'all got you two are like reminiscent of like what most people are thinking, whether white, black, brown, whatever, just like, you know what I'm saying? If we try anything else, nigga, it might be worse. So let's just keep it the way it is. And listen.
No. You ain't about to say that shit. I ain't say nothing. Let's try anything else. I'm telling you want the federal government to regulate policing.
People accountable. That's what you said.
I'm saying this is the best case scenario.
We can hold people accountable
at the local level. Them niggas, we can hold them accountable still. Okay. You pump this shit into the federal level, nobody ever gets held accountable.
So can I ask you a question?
What's up?
How long we been holding them accountable? Like how long since at the local level have we been holding them accountable?
I don't know.
A long time, right? I mean, police been around a long time.
Yeah.
And it seems to like not get any better. Okay. Matter of fact, it kind of seems like it just gets worse as time goes on.
But you do understand that when the police first were founded, it was a federal thing, right?
But again,
No, I just want you to you do understand that.
I don't even want to continue this, nigga. Name me a federal government agency that niggas don't complain about.
Like, listen, I'm with you. I'm agreeing with y'all.
Yeah, but don't hit us with the sarcasm. Don't hit us with the sarcasm.
You being sarcastic, bro.
As if we being assholes.
No. You said fuck it. Don't try nothing.
What
I'm just shooting down your idea.
Tell me one government entity that has not overstepped.
Listen, bro. Listen, dog. White flag, my nigga. Listen. White flag. Nigga.
Listen.
Let's keep the police the same, bro.
No.
We just gonna keep fighting them.
Time out. Because we'll revisit
We're gonna hit them with the protests.
We'll revisit this one day, right? But my thing is if you come up with a bad idea, we just think differently, dog.
I'm agreeing. I say the protest. Let's keep the protest going and shit, my nigga.
Honestly, I'm keeping it a buck. It's honestly our only best solution.
And I'm with it.
Until niggas get money, because I'm being dead ass when I say this. Niggas don't have money, bro. So that's why we really are fucked.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think that we do need to continue to protest, but I think we need to protest ourselves. We need to protest better. We might need to start boycotting. We might need to start.
What are we boycotting?
I don't know. Niggas can't.
I'm asking,
but see, that's
what are we boycotting?
Hey, bro. You ask a question, don't ask it 3 more times and expect, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me answer the question.
Oh, I didn't. My bad. I didn't know you was answering. My bad. I apologize.
Earlier when I said we need to put ourselves in better positions, we do need to. When I say we, I do mean us as a people. We need to collectively come together and move in a particular direction. I do think that if we were to like boycott some shit, you know what I'm saying?
What's some shit?
Really anything that could hurt. Maybe
Metro.
Can I get like 1 or 2 examples?
Metro.
Nigga. Are you serious?
No, swear to God, he's not.
Are you fucking serious?
Nigga, the Metro is
people got to get to fucking work. Are you finna be taking them to work, my nigga?
First off, listen.
Let's be honest. Let's be real.
I'm trying to be honest.
You want to boycott a fucked up system already?
I'm saying
to get people to work.
Hold on, wait. Hear me out.
The people that's gonna hurt the most.
Damn, dog.
Like the people that can't afford it.
If you ask a question,
I just want you to know.
Let me answer. And the answer to your question is yes. That's why I say we as a people. If you decide to do something like boycott a metro, metro or public, riding, whatever the case may be, it's going to take a people who have the ability to take these people to and from work, to and from the places that they need to go to.
Create a ride.
What I'm trying to get you to understand is that it takes that kind of like grind, that kind of like communal work that will allow change to, take place.
Hold on, wait.
I'm not being delusional. What the fuck?
You heard me?
Huh? Yes, nigga.
Hold
on, wait. No. You make your point, but I just want him to know that the same way you feel right now is the same way I feel about you wanting the federal government to regulate policing.
All right, so
just so that we know
what. Listen, I don't even know why I started barking.
That's why I said shoot that shit to the.
I don't even know why I started barking.
Black people did it before.
If we said, you know what, we're gonna boycott Walmart. Walmart may not have. We just may feel like Walmart is like, giving money to certain, senators or government institutions that are allowing this shit to take place. If we just said we're gonna boycott Walmart, I promise you, within 1 week, there's going to be some change.
All right, so look, check this out.
Takes place.
Check this
because
out.
Walmart is that much
I can believe it.
entangled, with lawmakers and things of that nature.
So look, I tripped out, bro. I don't even know why I started barking, dog.
I know this sounds like what I'm saying is crazy.
No, it's not. It's not, dog.
Listen, I don't even know why I started barking. You're right.
Huh?
You guys are right.
Huh? I'm glad you can see.
You guys are right.
You can see that.
We need to boycott Metro.
I'm saying so.
Oh my
so hold on, wait. Time away. So you telling me that you believe that the federal government is capable of regulating the policing more than black people are able to come together and help each other out?
What I'm saying is as black people, we need to infiltrate the federal government and have regulations, common sense, not some old weirdo, no, common sense shit, everyday shit that police should fucking abide by, dog. I'm not saying create some fucking federal force or none. I'm saying the same way that you got nurses that are in Texas, the same way that you got nurses that are in Florida, the same way you got nurses that are in fucking Alabama that are all licensed by their fucking state, which get their fucking the rules and regulations for their licensing
from a national type of registry we should have for fucking police.
How do you expect?
If you're going to get up and choose the profession as a police officer, there should be some common sense ABCs, 1, 2, 3s that you should abide by.
We all agree.
Before you take that fucking gun, strap it on your hip, and say you going out there to go motherfucking police our community.
He actually shouldn't be able to strap it on his
hip. And keep us safe. There should be some things that you meet daily, nigga. Daily.
Okay.
We shouldn't be having no motherfucking scaredy cat, 300-pound motherfucking weirdos that's running around because they got fucking authority complexes and just want to flex on some motherfucking some black kids and fuck around and shoot their motherfucking ass.
How do you expect?
No.
How do you expect?
There should be some regulations to keep fuck boys like that from being police.
Hear me out.
You said something in the beginning that we should infiltrate the federal government. How do you expect us to infiltrate the federal government? Is my question.
How do you infiltrate anything, my nigga? You come together, nigga, and you motherfucking you lobby and you push and you get motherfuckers that represent us to motherfucking run as our representation, senators and fucking.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it is always still gonna remain split, even if we lobby for more political office. What I'm saying,
it's always gonna remain split. So fuck it.
That's not what I'm saying.
You just said it's always gonna remain split.
It's not that though. It's just that
what I'm saying is that if you start hurting pockets of major corporations, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to infiltrate federal government, if you start hurting the pockets of major corporations who are entangled in such federal government that oppose your side, right? That oppose your side. That is the way, in my opinion, that we would infiltrate any kind of change. If we do not do anything of the sort, them dudes do not give a fuck about a Tyree Nichols. They do not give a fuck about any one of these black boys, men, women, girls that are dying at the expense of police officers. You get what I'm saying? They don't, because what they see is that those are just small bad apples. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more pros to what is going on right now than just the couple of fuck-ups that we have seen.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's not touching their community.
Boycott Walmart and Metro. I'm with it. I'm with it.
It's not even that, though. It's just that...
I can get some shirts made.
I digress.
Make them, nigga. You can't even make the Instagram.
That's true. Yeah. Actually, I don't believe in you to do nothing at this point.
Ooh.
Did he walk the dogs?
No.
I take that.
This nigga don't do shit.
And that's really why I got on Lizzo that day. And I apologize, dog. I was so upset.
No, but here, man, we talked about this way too long. It's just that
I got 5 minutes, man.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes. So here's the thing, though. The moment we push to allow the federal government to get involved, the thing is, people are going to run platforms on it. The people who are going to start making the laws are going to be police unions who have all the money in the world to go to lobby for the laws to be written in favor of police officers. And then we are dealing with literally a system that we have now where federally the DOJ, the Department of Justice, the attorney generals and them can actually go after police officers. The moment you put it into the federal government, we now don't have any help from anybody. That means that who do you go to complain to now?
You want to talk about
who do you take a suit to now?
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
I'm saying.
I literally said we're not creating a federal police force, nigga. If a nurse fucks up, we can still sue the nurse. If a doctor fucks up, we can still sue the doctor. What is you saying?
You don't sue the doctor. You sue the malpractice insurance. Yeah. So, that'd be a good idea to make a federal law to have insurance.
And then the insurance
that would be a great fucking idea.
Police officer without insurance.
You are suing the doctor. The doctor has insurance.
Huh?
It's not. You're not suing the insurance company.
A car wreck, they don't sue you. They sue the insurance. I done had a homie that's now a lawyer that done broke that shit entirely down to me, bro. Like, you sue the insurance.
As a matter of fact, if black people were to all get life insurance, a lot of this shit probably would not be happening.
And then even in the medical field, like, unless you got literally a smoking gun, it's 10 lawyers making sure that you don't get $1, bro. Like, nigga.
Am I lying? Huh? Am I lying? I'm telling you right now, black people, let's get some life insurance.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, bro, black people got life insurance. I guarantee you, cops will start killing niggas.
I would have no choice.
Nigga, they were overnight, nigga.
Do you know what
nigga,
the
hold on, listen.
Oh, nigga, you found me playing, dog.
Oh, did you just?
We done beat this nigga to submission. Drop that fatality again. What that fatality is?
Fatality.
Drop that shit. Yeah, dog. It's over now. No, that's an actual real solution though.
No, I'm with that.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
I've agreed with a lot of shit y'all said today.
Huh?
Bro, your fucking sarcasm, dog. Let's go, man.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here because this nigga has to go do hair for sitting in an apartment all day.
No, it's a shot.
Huh? I know, but you're gonna get your hair done to be here.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to look like just a fucking.
No, but he's actually gonna be here when he gets his hair done.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, but I'm saying you're getting your hair done to be here.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen, dog. Yes, you get your hair done to be here, nigga, but just you don't want to fucking look like a beast.
Yeah, you do. You want to save that money, stack that bread. Like, what do you mean? Just go ahead and cut that shit off.
Nigga, I'm on a podcast, nigga, that you can literally see.
I'm saying, get
Me,
some
nigga. No.
How many viewers do we have?
like 5. Got 40 now.
Hey, so look, I found out today, my nigga, that they have like a podcast studio down in Vintage.
Okay.
Probably like $80 an hour too.
I mean, I don't know.
Them hoes be high.
I feel like we should look at it though, but like,
Supposed to be high.
Hold on. Say it again.
I'm saying like everything that they do, my nigga. I'm saying, I mean, if it's reasonable, it can make sense, my nigga.
So you want to go to Vintage?
I'm just saying, nigga. I mean, I just was looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I could do a remote while y'all go over
It's
there.
been real, Vince. All right.
All right, man.
It's been real. Vince got to get out of here, man. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications to our new subscribers.
Y'all the realest.
Please share this. Please share this to all your friends. You know what I'm saying? And as always, we out.